Crisp's got it. Inside again. Ginnivan, was that a push? No.
At this, Jack Ginnivan, for all intents and purposes, a double-handed push. They just don't pay free kicks to Ginnivan. There's a separate set of rules for him.
Here's the replay, bottom right. Look at the bottom right here. And there it is, Richo.
Well, look, it's not a lot there. I mean, the umpire's right there, though, and he's paid it in a big prelim final.
On the left, 3-1. Right foot snap.
This is tricky. He hasn't celebrated.
See the ball crosses the line over the top of the goalpost. Decision on the scoreboard.
Lynch wasn't happy with the kick.
See, that's
Suddenly the line.
That's a massive overrule, though.
Handball to space. Duncan. Eventually it sits for him. He can't quite get the footy to work. Isaac Smith.
About the quality of this final. Just listen to the tension at the end.
He didn't have the footy.
What do you make of that?
That's not a free kick. That is a good, hard physical contact. He's in play. He had his hand on the ball.
Time on.
You can understand exactly what Tommy
Unreasonable.
Stewart's saying there.
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable. It's a prelim final. That is reasonable in a prelim final.
For a possible touch, we've already had one reviewed and taken back from Scotty Pendlebury.
Oh no, that's touched again, I think, Lingy.
Who's sure?
That looks like it's clipped the hands of who's sure.
And Keefe, possibly, both of them. Keefe's finger.
All clear.
All clear.
Jeez.
Keefe's finger was bent back then.
The arc have given that the tech. Controversy at the MCG.
Little gift to Bailey. Onto his left. Huge ball to be won in the air. Danaher through. McCarthy ends up with the ball. Free kick, Richmond.
Lincoln. Robbie Tarrant's free kick. Push.
I thought he might have got the one beforehand. 4 minutes, crowd going berserk, not happy with the decision. Hey, Mabsy Toll with one claw. He's nailed in the Jones tackle. It was a superb goal-saving tackle.
It paid it against
Right a dump.
Lockie Jones. I don't like that.
Chol, 25 metres out directly in front. The left footer puts it through the big ones, and Hawthorn are back in business.
Another one got his second chance at the Cats. Absolutely, when everyone else thought he was gone. Gee, that's a dangerous tackle there by Willem Drew. He dumped Blitzards on his head.
Once the replay comes of this, the Willem Drew tackle, probably a free kick. I'm not sure there's anything else to come, but the fact that ball hung in.
This is the ball inside 50 again. Hogan so brilliant in the first half. Well done, Houston. The block is on against Jesse Hogan, and he can now. McKenzie. And Hogan makes Port Adelaide pay. Jesse has 4.
Again, not a great ball. Cameron, did he get held onto? Yes, he did. And then Hipwood comes in and lets Dylan Grimes know. They're going to turn around.
That's an unbelievable call, that. Joe, that looks like a real overreaction from mine first up. The reversal of that free kick. Grimes has taken a dive for mine. Look at this one more time. So stopped right on the spot.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
You cannot hear as well at ground level.
Giving away free kick.
What he's trying to do. I pushed him. He came running into me. Ball's out of bounds. Exactly. He came running into me. But you know exactly what he's trying to do. Where'd the ball go?
The argument is if you knew exactly what he's trying to do, then don't do it.
And Curvis and Prestia combined. Martin's hands were good to McIntosh. Hooley can kick this. He does. I think it's got through. It's a goal. He's paid the free. It's a free kick.
Hang on.
There's a free kick as the players were running off to the interchange here. Bit of a scuffle between Harms and Selwood.
You're not there, Patrick.
So it's been turned around. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Exactly what happened, but no matter what, it is huge. Here it is.
That's it there. That's the free.
And another dangerous tackle. Now 50, Richo. Guaranteeing a goal.
Miller off a shin, back towards Ross, who's got a bit of a problem, got taken high. The Tigers don't have a lot of advantage. Baker moonwalks over the line.
Straight back now.
Well, tempers flooring. Damien Hardwick couldn't believe that advantage was paid. Stay on the mat.
2 on 2 from the side. Hogan couldn't mark. Free kick. Giants free kick. And they played into advantage and missed. Oh, that's a big moment.
Daniels.
The margin is 19 points.
Good kick over the top here. Butters. Long handball. Downfield free here to Port.
But here's the incident we wanted to talk about. Dane Rampy on Zach Butters. A closer look here. Does his point of view elbow catch him on the chin? I don't think it, whether it catches high shoulder and neck initially.
Little toe poke, Bolton with speed. Neil puts a tackle on. Umpire doesn't blow the whistle. Bailey gets boot to ball. And now McLuggage wrapped up.
Found it in the pocket. Around the body he goes, almost hanging onto it, Toby Green. And then the snap is there. What a young star this man is.
Been preparing for it all week, and at the moment they've just corrected themselves and come out and given away a free kick, and that's because there's so much talk about what's happened the week before.
Through Nick Dacos. Selwood can get the handball almost through it. Advantage has been paid. Brad Close can turn and deliver, and then he's missed.
Out then Geelong. Quick pass to Atkins.
They took all the risks, didn't they? And it was almost paying off.
The wing, McCartan attacks it. Green comes hard the other way.
High contact.
Huge call. Toby Green Davies. What do you make of it?
Wow. Umpire called it very late too. Reacted.
Well, Cody Waitman, we mentioned, keeps himself live, and they've called that a push, which a bit hard to find, but makes the most of his opportunities. And in the wet, we mentioned how difficult it is to score, and Waitman's got 4 goals from free kicks at the moment, but it's been good enough to convert them.
They're 3 points down. 10 seconds to go. They're 30 metres out. Bombers have got to go. Texas there. Gave the little handball to keep it rolling. No winner. They jump on it. Walker. And late appealing for the free. Siren sounds. Bombers have won by 3. Look at Tex. Not happy.
Kick the goal or lose by 10 points.
This is it. The final chance for the Crows. Of course it was Rankin. Can he create something even more special than his final goal? They need a mark inside 50 or a crumb. The ball goes up. Cranor, there's a whistle. There's been a whistle.
That's a free kick,
It's going to go away.
He's called him for running too far with the ball.
He's called him for running too far, guys.
No! Watch the umpire point the other way.
Davies Uniac, if anyone can get it out. Luke McDonald not as sure as he would have liked to be. Dacos, Scott,
50.
That's got to be 50.
Well, it looked like he was going to play on.
He's played on now. Back to the goal square. The amazing Magpies.
Pete. Sicily. It couldn't be in better hands.
Big Cribs here. He'll make this distance.
He is going to go for goal. It's offline. Hang on.
Downfield.
Yeah, he went down behind play. Tom Green remonstrating.
In any other day and age, that is play on.
To put them in front with a minute to play.
From 35 metres out, he stares gloriously down at it.
and puts it through. It's Carlton in front.
6 points or less.
I think there's a free kick in the middle going Carlton's way for abuse.
It's a double kick.
Game over. Game over, Kennedy gets this.
But it's game over. It's game Carlton.
Donald on the follow. Here go the Roos. High ball. Curtis, McGovern, ball hits the deck. Ford crashed through. Try to get it to Davies Uniacke. Sheasel away. Larkey, they retreat. Shields, all his experience. Wardlaw swallowed in a tackle. Yo got him, dragged it back in, and it is holding the ball. Off for the quarter, Jai Simpkin, and the skipper stands up again.
Picked up nicely out there. Trying to cut through Owens to Hunter Clark. This is good for St Kilda. Membry's got it. Higgins, Max Keane, the deepest two forwards.
Holding St Kilda. Arms around. He's doing it to me! Arms around. Arms around.
To give the Saints the lead back. Just over 3 minutes remaining in this game. He leans into it. And the Saints are back in front.
It's all or nothing here for the Pies. Josh Dacos. Sydney have come from nowhere. Dacos off the stoppage. Kick's got to be good, and it is to
That's 50.
McStay. Gee, it is just about 50. High ball inside. Defended here well by Sydney. There's the sub taking it over the boundary line with 28 seconds left. Wow, was this 50 for going over the mark?
Maybe it's a rush kick at goal. Jackson, aggressive tap. It's Hewitt. There's that rush kick. Oh! It's marked by Cottrell. It is marked by Cottrell. Docker's claimed it was touched. And he will have the shot. Watch the hair of Aish. Bit of brush. The long locks from 35 metres out. He stares gloriously down at it.
Conjure something up here. Sullivan tackled to the ground.
Collingwood free kick. 3-minute free kick. You gave the ball to him. You have to give it to me.
Darcy comes in and kicks the goal and gives them a chance. They're back within 13 points. What are we looking for here? Common sense or paying the correct rule?
Well, this is where he gives it to a teammate and the umpires...
Collingwood free kick. 3-minute free kick.
On it, Ross, they've coughed it up. Florin, Heaney, blazing through. Kick inside 50. No Mark Haywood. Papley's there lurking.
High contact.
Nick Vlosten again.
Oh,
it's
huge.
huge.
Play, it's going to Vlosten. Massive free kick.
Want to play the corridor. Can Richmond protect the corridor? Can the Swans?
What was this free kick for? Hey?
Tigers fans will say they're due one.
Brian Myers, so dangerous in this situation. He gets past Clark. Butters gets wrapped up. That's holding the ball, I reckon. Are they going to play advantage? It's coming back. It is coming back.
Lloyd, handball to McInerney. McInerney immediately slicing with a beautiful kick, finds McLean. He'll be able to use his 30 seconds here.
50 metres, BT.
So McLean will kick the goal and give them a comfortable 14-point margin now. We'll have the last kick of the game. Their fans are excited. And they should be too.
Now Essendon out, Draper bursting towards the goal square. Langford goes in his direction. Back with the flight, courage from Tui. Did he chop the arms front on? Draper seems to think so. The fans seem to think so.
He's contesting the mark.
Oh, it's hard to argue that that is not a free kick.
He may be contesting the mark, but he also dragged a whole lot of the arm. Pretty well played there.
You would see that played 9 times out of 10, maybe even.
Find him. Guthrie whacks away a couple of times. Has the teammate there. And yes, it was enough for the umpire. My goodness, that's lucky. Very. It's generally been paid over the last 2 years. How do you get away with that? Unless it's frightening. Unless he thought he touched it. There's one that's got away from Carlton.
Teagle's right at the back, in amongst all of that. Jath. So his brother plays 50th yesterday. And no sympathy for the debutant. They're going to come away, though, the Pies. It has to come back, doesn't it? Yeah, it has to come back.
What on earth happened?
What do you make of that?
That's not a free kick. That is a good, hard physical contact. He's in play. He had his hand on the ball.
Time on.
You can understand exactly what Tommy Stewart's saying there.
Unreasonable.
Unreasonable. It's a prelim final. That is reasonable in a prelim final.
Chris, shot on the way. It looks good. It is good.
Same thing. Tom, come out here, please.
We'll see what transpires here.
It must have hit the post.
Dane, come on with me.
Elliot from Nick Blakey, that's what it is.
No, it's a free kick. It's against Blakey. Elliot got knocked over in the replay. You could see it there. Elliot gets a chance, so huge.
Towards the goal square. It bounces over the back, and Menzies is there to save the day for Essendon.
Oh, no.
Well, there were players within 2 or 3 metres of him.
Thank you.
That is a perplexing decision. And it results in a Dempsey goal. And this place is about to explode.
Underneath all of that. Half a chance for Dersma. Went out the back. Constanti kicked it through. The whistle had gone free. Kicked it on the... Oh, the Bombers can't believe it.
Constanti kicked it.
Okay, I'm going to ball it up. I just got word.
That's the first time ever I've seen an umpire change his decision.
I'm going to ball it up. Who's Rux? Todd?
Battles in good position. Two Hawks hit each other. Here comes Cozzy. It was leg. Got to be a free.
Oh, they didn't pay it.
Didn't pay it. Sisley went round the post as well, so there was a lot happening in that passage. Two Hawks ran into each other. The two Hawks run into each other.
Oh. That's a throw from Sisley as well.
There's a lot happening in that passage, Dicko.
Another into the ground, Jack. He can kick goal of the year like that, I think.
Can he get there? Harry gets there. Mullen got him. He rated him. He face planted him in the back.
No, the umpire was running towards and in his mind, he's trying to make the decision here. Oh, Sydney is they play there more often than not, Brownie, I reckon. They play him more often than not.
Oh, I don't know. 50-50 that one. You can argue right.
On Nankervis, look at the gap to Gore.
Gee, Taranto took care of his man, Viney, and there might just start to get a bit of angst in this game. Oliver comes in to remonstrate. Surprised no one else did, because he was met hard, Viney.
I'm not sure what's wrong with that.
So here's the free late. So was that deemed that Roberts pushed
I think that's what the...
into Florent?
Wow. Must have been the call originally. You saw Roberts' immediate reaction.
Yeah, it's just a poor decision in the end. You see there.
So was that a free to Power Pepper, though, for the push?
Yeah.
In a marking contest?
Yep. That
Options. Bolton with a Butler in the Barossa. Oh. He's paid for a shepherd holding out, even though he took the grab. Look at this leap. The excitement machine.
is fantastic.
Towards TDK, charges on the left, inside 50, long range. This is what the Blues need. TDK with a hand in the air. Umpire says...
Is it? Definitely a free kick there, but they're not paid very often on the goal line, Kingy. I've got away with worse.
Well, the back 50, really, it was a beautiful kick that got things going.
Now for a towering mark, perhaps. Spilling out the back as Watson. He's not without a hope. He pounces, took him on, played for the free. Everybody looked. Nobody blew a whistle for him. Pull it up.
I thought that he made a beeline for the contest.
I thought Kircher caught, dumped. Could have been ball. Crowd just screaming ball, ball, ball. Shoal. We can't pay that against him now. Oh, yes you can. How's the wow factor of that if you're a Crow fan?
Did he have prior? Did the others have prior? Yeah, but he had his arms free. Both had his arms free. And you
last week gets them forward, and it is Darcy versus Darcy. And Sam over the top of Moore with a good tackle, and the umpire has called it.
Wow.
Is holding the ball. That has set a standard.
Just caught up in the emotion of the night. To get the 100-year celebration started here. Let's just have a look at it. Looking forward to the matchup. Gee, did he have prior?
He's got the left arm free. That's what he said. The left arm that's holding the ball.
This is massive. This is a huge error. This has given Collingwood a set shot at goal, which ended up being a double 50. Now, the centre square is 50 metres. So if you bring him on an angle, you probably should finish inside the centre square, really, or close to that point.
About there.
Somewhere there. Yep. And he's still going, still going, still going. 77.2 metres.
Thought you get a bit carried away when you said 8.
Well, it was very close.
That's a pretty big penalty, isn't
very
it?
close.
He comes in from 46. And that's an old-fashioned shank that's been marked by Dempsey.
Well, they already feel hard done by the umps for about the last 10 years. This is not helping.
2024 into the field of play. And that's just rubbing salt into a pretty nasty wound for the Crows.
I think it was a mark. When I was watching the game live yesterday and thought when I saw it that he did enough to hold the mark, but then obviously the body check pressure from Sam Collins coming in, if it wasn't a mark, it was certainly a free kick. Now, there's no given that he's going to go back and slot it, but against his old side, what a fairy tale that would have been for at least for him to be given the chance.
Can I just say that the word on the street in the Fox Footy building is very divided. Of course you're going to say it's a mark. You're a forward.
That's true.
Elijah, brilliant tackle. Just hard and tough at the moment. Hard ball to win. Dangerous tackle.
Yeah, any time you do that sort of second movement and try and push him into the ground, it is now a dangerous tackle.
Into grey areas. There's nothing wrong with this initial tackle. As we see it play through, I don't see that as a dump. I don't see it as dangerous. That's the direction that both players are facing.
Well, he actually loses his legs on Miller, doesn't he? But
Walsh lands on his shoulder.
Subs. A tired-looking Nash gets it down towards Warple. Did he get taken high? In the end, it's going to be advantage paid a throw. He paid a throw and then advantage paid. So Stengel's short ball laced out Dangerfield.
That's not right, Jason. He's paid advantage after he's seen that Stengel has marked the ball forward of the play. I'm not convinced he can do that.
Dangerfield round the corner. He can finish.
Quickly, it bypassed Karmas, got all the way through to Kemp, and the umpire says it's a free kick for high, and it goes to Kemp.
Wow. How good was the tap in the middle of the ground? The coping was terror. Oh, I do not see much high there. That left hand may go round onto the shoulder, but that doesn't look a high tackle to me at all. I think he's entitled to feel a little bit hard done by Buku Karmas.
Blues pressing, repeat inside 50s. Curnow sets himself. Defence comes from behind. Free kick. Advantage paid the way of the Blues. Cottrell doesn't realise. Lines up from directly in front. Game stopped. Doesn't matter. Goal for the Blues.
Well, it's a good call by the umpire in the end. It was the advantage. He forced him to have the shot, but...
so here's the free kick. Let's have a look at that shot. Oh, gee whiz, that's harsh. I thought he got a bit of ball. I'm not sure what he's paid that. If it's chopping of the arms, I'm not sure that was correct. Even Cottrell and the Blues fans were confused. In the end, they took the advantage and kicked the goal, and a much-needed one.
Goes to Richmond and says, come over here.
It is a relationship game, isn't it? Someone sees something they like, and they don't forget about it. There's another free kick off the ball. It's a reversal.
Yeah, the free kick was to Bowie against Morris Rioli, and it'll be taken in the goal square. And they play on. Petty kicks the goal.
A couple of umpiring incidents that occurred across the weekend. Let's start in the Essendon-Sydney game. So the Swans were coming like a freight train late. This is here, 3 minutes on the clock. Sydney only 8 points behind. This was called a dangerous tackle right close to Sydney's goals. I don't feel comfortable with that. I feel that Nick Martin may have even contributed to that. He just goes limp in the contest. Guys, where do you sit on that? Are we comfortable with that being a dangerous tackle, so close to goal and so close in the game?
Yeah, that absolutely is not a dangerous tackle. I think...
There it is. I can see daylight there.
Well, hang on. What about what's the flag? Is that considered a part
No, but
of
it's
it?
above the flag.
But it's in line with it. It's not all the way over.
It's hard to overturn.
That's a goal.
He's called it a goal.
If that flag
Review
continues,
complete. Looking at this angle, we can see the ball has crossed the back of the
flag's
behind
out.
line. Decision on scoreboard.
I could see where you were going with it, though, because if the ball hits the flag, it's part of the post.
Yeah. Few dogs, but they couldn't link up. Setterfield. Back he goes to Doherty.
Contact. Bulldogs, prohibited contact. Prohibited contact goes through, Brett. Yep. Mitch, marks here.
The remonstration might be a problem if he keeps going.
Prohibited contact. Yep.
To the back somehow, and then it's helped forward by Steele. Looks to go off the ground and get a bit of territory. And deliberate.
As Socket was going the other way, and then the ball traction. That is amazing.
And he's getting pushed as he did it.
That's wrong.
And you're the team going into attack. You need goals to win. You're clearly wanting to keep the ball in, aren't you?
Well, the ball went towards the goal.
It's just the mindset of the player.
Little toe poke, Bolton with speed. Neil puts a tackle on. Umpire doesn't blow the whistle. Bailey gets boot to ball. And now McLuggage wrapped up.
To Pendlebury. Ginnivan. So Paul hold the ball. Explain it, Kingy. What have you seen?
That's the one. The umpire, you can hear him clearly say, no, you ducked. And that's considered his prior opportunity. And from that moment forward, he's gone.
But how many other players in the comp would have been holding it too high there?
Well, he challenges the umpire to make a call.
Yep.
We can't then question the umpire's call.
Yep.
He gets as many as he gives.
I think that should have been a Jath mark.
50 metres abuse.
And
50
50.
metres abuse.
Just to really rub salt into the wound.
Umpires are looking at whether they're planning to go, but down the bottom here, both Tommy Mitchell and Jack Gunston look at the replay, and then they both put their hands up, and the umpires paid 50 metres.
Martin, brilliant effort. Dusty, can he bounce this one through to the goal line? Will Powell has rushed that through with no one within 50 metres, and that has to be deliberate. Has to be deliberate.
It is where he actually knocked the ball from, though, isn't it? Within that... Is that
Inside
9 metres? Yeah, it's got to be inside there. Yeah.
It has to be under pressure, doesn't it?
Let's have a look at it again. Talk us through this, Jonesy.
I think you might be right. The only thing that saved him is the fact that he's inside the 10-metre square.
Darcy's point is a good point, though. Like, he wasn't under a lot of pressure. There was not one Richmond player near him.
Noble kicks to the top of the goal square. Johnson spills the mark. Falls to McCreary. Breaks a Brayshaw tackle once. Brayshaw got him the second time. Hump says ball up. I thought he tried to fight his way through that McCreary. In the end, the umpire says, I'll chuck it in the air. That's Matt Stevick.
The pack almost paid to McKenzie. Off to Waitman. Bending. Yes, it's there.
Free kick.
Back to 8 points, is it, or a free against the Dogs? No goal.
They never pay these either.
A Shepherd on the line, and the Port.
Here's a big story emerging for the Crows as well, because a quick one here will really make things interesting. It was a great smother. Oh, Nevitt's been collected high. Umpire says play on. Stewart, well, he's going to concede. Now, the question was he more than 9 metres out? Was he under pressure, Jono?
He was more than 9 metres out, Cal, but they're going to say it was actually a handball back to a teammate.
Oh. And 50 metres has been given against Keys.
And guys, just quickly down.
And Florent found Blakey. Sidestep, Crouch, took one step too many. And Butler clobbered him.
Dangerous tackle, Sydney. Stop. Dangerous tackle, Sydney.
I didn't flag him though.
Rowan. Hey, free kick's been paid.
Is that a dangerous tackle?
Haywood. Dangerous tackle.
Oh, slim tackle.
I'm reporting you for rough conduct. It's on report.
Reporting for rough conduct. Wow.
We're going to have another look at that.
Let's have another look. I've got no idea. I don't see that as a dump at all.
Gets to the back of the contest. Steele committed the body as per usual. Howard, good tackle, Motlop.
My ball. No.
See, even then with the Motlop tackle, I reckon in a little way Howard almost flexed the head to try and make it contact the dirt. I mean, I don't like to say that, Tim, but I don't know. What do you think? Is it a dangerous tackle or not?
I don't think that one's a dangerous tackle.
No, I don't either.
He waited. Baker was never going to shirk that, even though he knew Ryan was coming, but he's thrown the elbow. Ryan has gone to ground, and this is a free kick, and we wonder whether it's more.
Got a free kick, walk away. Time back on.
He might regret doing that.
Gave it back to McDonald. Wants to take the tackler on, and he's gone. He got eaten up.
Oh, Jonas, what a tackle.
That was after the goal. Not very often the youngest player on the field attracts.
Round to Thomas, long time in the air, Sard closing, but he was able to let his man get behind him on that particular occasion. Thomas now, Sard with another lunging tackle.
Threw it out to Varco. Varco's handball to Moore. That's holding the footy. Not paid. Merritt should have been. That's ball.
Yeah, no way. That was holding the ball.
Made a really good effort there. Hoskinelli, that's holding the ball. No. Handball, play on, play on. Well, McKenna and I were on the same page.
Yeah, play on.
Phillips out wide to the run of Crisp. Crisp, the left footer, remember. Gets around one. Bagley chewed off too much. Oh boy! Every player on the ground has stopped. Every player stopped.
McMillan kicks it up. Adams in the box seat. Hodge over the top. It's going to come forward again off the boot of Ainsworth. And the mark's been taken. Free kick. Free kick, Brisbane.
Full block.
Can he kick the win of the Lions? The big O! And the Lions fans get out of their chairs.
It has with.
Obviously, some of Richard's play's been outstanding.
It has been, but
this is going to be 50, boys, because he spoiled it over the line.
10 metres down here.
It's a big penalty, isn't it?
Daniel.
it is a big penalty, but just needed to sort of, I suppose, go for that mark in a way. Just touch it over. A big spoil, but.
Boundary umpire 2 metres away, buddy. So Graham is the beneficiary, and he capitalises for full points.
At this point here, he's thinking, oh, pretty close, isn't it?
Very close.
And they've got the Tigers trainer that's might be in his vision as well. So,
yeah, well,
look, Razor Ray said that the umpire
Straight away for a possible touch. We've already had one reviewed and taken back from Scotty Pendlebury.
Oh no, that's touched again, I think, Lingy. Who's sure? That looks like it's clipped the hands of Who's Sure.
And Keefe, possibly, both of them. Keefe's finger.
All clear.
All clear.
Jeez.
Keefe's finger was bent back then.
The Arc have given that the tick. Controversy at the MCG.
Oh, for the Maggies. No question. I reckon 3 fingers have touched that footy, so...
Through the traffic. Has he got enough on it? It's drifting. It's floating. It's there. Phenomenal from Michael Walters.
They're claiming touched here off the boot. Fremantle want nothing of it.
They are pretty confident it's a point, but this is brilliant from Walters. This is what he can do.
Good from Jesse.
Look at that. The spin, 3-step kick.
This is definitely touched, I think, by Main here. As it comes off his boot, you can just see there, flicks the little finger of Chris.
Just on the edge of this sort of range there.
Higgins, good. No, not... Oh, is it? Is it? I think it's a goal.
It's whether it's touched on the line, I think, Bruce, but I think you're right.
Just had the ball. Thanks, Mark. Just had the ball. Thank you.
That's a goal.
Thanks, mate. What'd you say?
I believe it's a behind. We confirmed the ball hit the goalpost as it went through.
It's goalpost.
Yeah.
Well, here's the good angle.
Wait for my call.
Now, how far does it let it go? It doesn't touch the post there. There's daylight.
That's a goal, then.
That's a goal. That's a goal.
Away. Oscar Allen follows up. Not enough on it. Was it touched? Everyone a little unsure. The Eagles are celebrating a goal. The Bulldogs should have got a touch on it. We'll get the score review.
It looked like the umpire wanted to pay a touch straight away.
I believe it's a goal. I'll check for a touch.
Seems the body language of the Dogs player suggested it was a goal.
To tell from there. And that is umpire's call. And that is a goal.
Didn't get it all on the snap, did he? Hit it a bit thin. Is this a similar one to yesterday at the MCG where it could have been touched at the source and not on the line? Is that a little finger from Bontempelli, similar to the Chris Mayne? Gee, look.
Touch after the kick. Score review.
You can't always take the spoiler's word, Bradley, but he jumped up very aggressively, whether it shows up or not. Clear.
Review complete, decision on scoreboard.
No, that's not the one though. That's the roughhead smother though.
Let's hope that they
did go on that.
The right kick.
Because that's
Boots a ball. Can they take a mark? Jeremy Cameron and his new club.
It's not 15, I think he said. Not 15, you could hear the umpire saying.
Wow, he couldn't hear a thing, Jeremy Cameron, and he's saying, how can you call that? It was my mark. I was going to be the hero.
Geez, that must have been close to 15.
In this situation, if he can keep it in, he'll kick a goal all day long. Well, did this ball go out is what's going on here, Lee.
Remember, the whole football has to be over the line and possibly it was. But I think the boundary umpire might have been behind his body. But nevertheless, it was a lucky call. But third goal with Donald Tippin-Woody.
Fans it wide. And deliberate. Wow.
Long ball in front, Stewart. Went through the hands of Zorko. Picked up by Smith. Blitzards caught in the tackle. Didn't handball or kick it. Bailey appealing for the free. Nothing. The handball it. No. That's as clean a tackle as you can get.
Shoulder. The very last line. Phil Thorpe, second grab. Fumbles it over.
He's paid a free.
He's going to get the goal in the end.
It's still a marking contest and you prevented him from marking the ball. It's holding. What? I'm back on. There, stand.
We'll try and get an
explanation.
explanation.
Got a hand to it. He's coming with that sore shoulder. Ballard just gets it out of the danger zone. Two speedsters will go after it. Can Sard keep it in play? He's got Sexton for company. They both go to ground. Great little one-on-one duel. Sard, Sexton. Sexton's got him all wrapped up. The umpire says it'll be a ball up.
DeConnie coming over now to take this stoppage here. Cripps has taken the last couple. Game on.
Simpkin out of the guts. They haven't had a lot from here so far. It's a scrappy old ball, but it was pretty well handled. Right across the face of goal. It's missed the target by about 40 metres from Zerha. Just a poor ball drop. He's missing. He's actually had a shot at the goal. He's played deliberate.
We'll make a decision, mate. Very close.
Thomas Sinclair kept it alive. They're still under the pump here. Ward's been paid the mark, has he? Or a high tackle? He's got to go quick and he's got to be brave, and he just didn't leave. Butler coming in, and Ward.
If you've had prior, you must successfully dispose.
Yeah, but he didn't tackle, he bumped him.
Bumpy's not tackling.
Time back on.
That's not a tackle.
Clear out, please.
And you can hear Cal Ward with...
Cox drives it long. They need a mark. Lob!
Wow! Oh.
Not paid. Not paid.
There we go. This was in. Let's have a look at this.
Oh, that's it. Looping handball up the top. Listen to the fans. They finally win a clip.
To be able to move the ball from one end to the ground.
John Longmire at ground level, screaming instructions. Hickey grabbed it, hasn't got rid of it, got to be gone. So we know there's no prior opportunity.
And the Bombers are going to fall short. Another Swans and Bombers epic. A Thursday night thriller.
Just couldn't get boot to ball, and they concede by hand, but it was inside the square.
Immediate pressure, says the board. There were three of them around. That rush behind when they all...
They'll win it here, Port. Jones, the first game, and may have had the last kick.
Clearance. Taylor Walker puts them up by one. There's 40 precious seconds to see out. And Petrarca, the star, gets it deep. Pickett, almost. Spargo, Murray, he goes towards the line. What's the call? What's the call? Oh!
That has to be deliberate, doesn't it?
It's unbelievable.
It's a 10-metre handball over the boundary line.
Towards half forward. Arts will get the free kick. Advantage taken. Canards finish. Thinks about looking towards goal. Gives off the handball. No gets caught. Not called. Martin. He's stopped. Merritt did too. Bombers.
Well, that had to be holding the ball then. They're just not paying them.
Welfie, 14. Play on. Called to play on. It's the angle a little bit. Sets it up maybe to the top spot from the front. Harry Jones. Grimes. Well tackled, incorrect disposal, and that rule has gone out tonight. Just had to dispose of the ball correctly, and the umpires have let that go.
Well, if he didn't get his foot to this, that should be ball.
No. Has to be holding the ball, that one. And as you said earlier, Richo.
Straight down, Kennedy. Almost running out of room. Papley. Elusive again. And then the check side. Incredible stuff from Tom Papley.
Hawkins couldn't get the front, but the back will do. Andrews appealing for the free. He turns around and kicks the goal. Geelong by 9 points.
Let's have a look here. Oh, boy.
Yeah. I mean, you can see why Harris Andrews upset. He got one for along here on the boundary line where he gave a little shove. That was clearly the hands in the back with a push out.
Don't know what else.
Laddams. Now Warner. Now they might be out. Can Bud get goal side? Run too far.
50 metres, umpire descent.
And the descent call.
Play on, play on.
It's not taken. Wow. So this has got to work. Curnow got a hold.
Good Mundy. Could they go back the other way? Clark, well done, Deb. Butler ran him down. Saints fans thought it was holding the footy. Frederick wraps up Bradley Hill, and he's being pinged. They're going to go nuts here, the Saints fans. And 50.
Against Butler, so for dissent.
Matt Stevick, one of the best umpires in the business. You can hear what the Saints fans think about it.
Lots of dog jumpers in the area. Another great tackle. No, it's a push.
Oh, and 50 for dissent, JB.
No, it's not going to work.
He put the hands in the air to go. He knew straight away. He's disappointed in himself.
Hooks it towards the pocket. It'll drop short, front and centre. Nunes. Tight angle. Amazing goal. Tigers are claiming it's touched. It is touched.
Review complete. Looking at this angle, we can see the ball is touched by the Richmond defender. Decision on the scoreboard.
Voss unflappable.
Through Nick Dacos. Selwood can get the handball, almost through it. Advantage has been paid. Brad Close can turn and deliver, and then he's missed.
Out then, Geelong.
Yeah.
Quick pass to Atkins.
They took all the risks, didn't they? And it was almost paying off for them.
Handball to space. Duncan. Eventually it sits for him. He can't quite get the footy to work. Isaac Smith.
About the quality of this final.
Just listen to the tension at the MCG.
A fumble under the pressure for Keys. Ginnivan gets involved. They scrap, they fight. Walker.
Trouble. Isn't that rule a bit funny? I mean, he's nowhere near the ball. Can that be holding the ball?
Well, the umpire deemed it was. A gimme. A gimme for Tex.
Inside again. Ginnivan, was that a push? No. It was brilliant from Guthrie. Stengel, Maynard, Brian Myers. Numbers though. Cry.
Have to go back and have a look at this Jack Ginnivan. For all intents and purposes, a double-handed push. They just don't pay free kicks to Ginnivan. There's a separate set of rules for him.
The football. O'Brien has it set in his direction and gets taken high. Tackle looked okay. Hit the ball.
Not a free kick.
Didn't go high.
Absolutely.
Got a free kick last week.
Jath seems to be in best position.
Oh, they're going to play a block. Wow.
Yeah, that's all right. Tom!
Gentlemen, your thoughts?
There's not a lot defenders can do there. Sam Frost is playing on the best key forward in the game. Off hands. Ainsworth. That's ball. Has to be ball. It's not ball. Good pressure though all round. On the fans. Yeah, you're right. Both teams there, their pressure was excellent. It's well and truly on here at Harville. It's a little vortex in that pocket. How is that not a free? That's two in that pocket they haven't been given. Yep. Yes.